Monday again. It's lesson time. Some of our lessons moving forward, just want to let you know, are going to be review. Some of our lessons moving forward are going to be new. I'd say there's going to be more new than there's going to be review. But I just want to make sure that since we've been, I haven't seen you kids in a considerable amount of time, at least 2 to 3 weeks. I want to roll into a little bit of a review before we get moving on some new stuff. Now today's lesson is going to be super short, sweet, quick, to the point, and it's the video is going to be short too. We're going to have some review. Now, your first assignment that you're going to have to do today is using the Pythagorean theorem, which we are very familiar with. Okay, now I'm going to kind of touch down here and grab a red. Now, they're asking you to find x. The first thing we got to do, now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use their example, but I don't want to do this problem because I have a feeling you're going to have to do this one for homework. Now, we need to list, I forget where the x was. Let me see. Was it this guy over here? No, it wasn't. Okay, who cares? We'll figure it out. I'm going to make my own problem right now. Let's just say we have 4, 9, and this guy over here is x. The first thing we got to do, first thing always when we're Pythagorean theorem, we want to write what? A squared plus b squared equals c squared. That's our Pythagorean theorem. The next thing is we want to make sure we label what c is. C is always our hypotenuse. How do we know which one's the hypotenuse? It's across from the right angle. That's our C. These other two guys can be A and B. It really doesn't matter. This guy is C. So that means that I'm going to put him over here for C. And it says C is squared. So my 9, I'm going to put 9 squared. Now I told you these other guys are A and B. Doesn't matter which one's which. So we'll have x squared plus 4 squared. Okay? X squared is just going to be x squared. 4 squared is going to be 16. X squared plus 16 equals 9 squared, 81. A lot of this stuff I'm going to have to do in my head, and hopefully I can get it right. We'll see how my mental math is here this morning. We need to slide this guy to the other side. In order to do that, let's subtract 16. And x squared equals whatever 81 minus 16 is. 65 maybe? 80, 70. Let's just say it's 65. Okay, and then you take the square root to get rid of this squared. So our answer would be, let me put over here, x equals the square root of 65. And I know I taught you kids how to break stuff down, how to break down the radical and stuff like that, but on the Khan Academy assignments, there's no breaking down of the radical. Your answer would just be x equals the square root of 65. Okay, so let's try another one that's a little different. Let's go with this dark blue. You're out, you're out, you're out. Okay, and if you want to, let's go ahead and do this. Let's make it kind of like a practice problem here. We'll call this guy x. We'll call this guy 6, and we'll call this guy 5. Why don't you go ahead and just press pause and in a second and see if you can find x on your own, and then we'll go over it as a class together. So press pause. All right, now we're back, and let's go ahead and do this one together. Remember, the first thing I told you was let's go ahead and write down the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. This guy across from the right angle is going to be my c. All right, so I'm going to put x over here where my c is, x squared. This guy is it doesn't matter which one's a or b. So it looks like I have 6 squared plus 5 squared. 6 squared is 36. 5 squared is 25 equals x squared. And what do we get? I think it's 61. 61 equals x squared. Take the square root of both sides, right? That's how we kind of get this x by itself, and it looks like we have x equals the square root of 61. What do you think? I mean, pretty basic. I don't know if you guys want to just do one more or not. I think for the most part, this is a lot of review. That's a lot of review. If you need the hints, remember you can always go down and get hints at the bottom, but these first, I think you only have like 6, 7 questions on this assignment. Very, very straightforward, very easy. But remember, there's a quiz at the end, so try and get a good grade on all these. We can redo the assignments as many times as you want until you get that 100. What is our keyword today? Video 2. Remember, you write video 1. I'm not going to tell you what video 1's was. Video 2, our keyword for video 2 is joy. J-O-Y. Thanks for joining me, kiddos. The next lesson, I'm telling you tomorrow, is going to be a little trickier, so get ready. Be ready to work. All right, later.